guys, you're now watching Sprightly Kid. This is part 2 of the narwhal family. So let me show you today's victims. So one of them is this egg pet, the pet egg. And number 2 is this donut squishy. I have to give it a makeover. This is from the Karina Garcia squishy kit, and it has a little chunk. It's always bad. And 3, this squishy, which is actually really cute. So here are our here are our victims. Now it's time for squishy roasting. So time for this donut squishy. Paint is peeling off. The surface is so smooth, and it has this thing, rip, chunk, rough area, and also this chunk right here. So let me just try to fix this. So first step is to peel off all of that old dead skin. Oh my gosh, I ripped it again. Dang it. So, kind of satisfying. I didn't peel off all the skin, but we're fine. So, I have to sand this squishy so that the paint will stick and that we have texture to the foam, so that the paint doesn't peel again, and I don't appreciate that. So I'm just gonna have to sand this. So you know where the edge of the frosting is? It's nice, right? So let's kill it. I'm actually not gonna keep this as a donut, so I want to get rid of the evidence that this was ever a donut. So that means chopping off that frosting. So here are my scissors, and they're just doing what I want to do. So yeah, and then the edge is gonna be kind of choppy, but I'll smooth it out later, don't worry. So I'm just gonna do that. And here's the other side now. So cutting, cutting, and cutting, and also cutting the inside frosting. So let's start this process all over again. So now that the top is under control, turning my attention to the bottom, about this chunk right here, I'm actually just gonna sort of smooth it out with my scissors so that it doesn't So just cutting this thing off, and also on the back. Oh. Yeah, this is so hard. That thing really needed to go away. Yep, it's bugging me, so go away, bow. So cutting it off. So I'm just gonna rip out the bow, and now that the bow is removed, I'm also gonna cut off its fins right here, because don't worry, I will make this girl some new fins. So just cutting those things off, and also cutting off this heart. Yeah. This was actually really easier than the bow to cut off. So it's now a bald whale, an armless whale. So now it's just, ow, that hurts. So now I'm just gonna smooth it out, which is always not the best idea. So I'm also gonna chop off its tail. The narwhal had a failed tail, and I had to remove it and throw it out. Same with this one. I had to remove the stem and throw it out. So this is it was originally going to be a pineapple float, but so now it's a strawberry pool float and a blob thing. I know, I'll make it into a sloth. So I'm actually just gonna paint on a white base coat. So I'm just gonna use the thick layer of slick paint around the whole body so that it looks like a more seamless look, and that we don't have to clean up all the crevices and all that. put it out to dry. So while that's drying, I'm gonna put on a really, for the donut, I'm gonna put on a really thick layer of white paint, just like a really, really thick layer of paint, so I can get away with a single coat. I've painted 3 times to let it dry. I painted the back off camera. It may have some marker smudges. That's because I was making homemade squishies, but that was the base coat anyway. So this is a sloth. So this color right here, I mixed together some brown, yellow, and white paint and made this custom color. I call it Sloth Brown. So now I'm painting a sloth brown onto this blob. I called it a blob now, but that's the last time I'm gonna call this thing a blob. So this is a sloth, and I noticed that Mariah Elizabeth, why do I keep talking about her? She painted a sloth squishy, but she made her sloth kind of serious. So we're gonna make this guy like smiling with the teeth, but later I will post another makeover video. I will make it into a sloth, but it will have a serious face. To be honest, I actually think that sloths squishies like being serious. To me, it's kind of cute, to be honest. So for this thing, let's take a break from the top and turn our attention to the bottom and putting on a white base coat, including the squishy flesh, the raw squishy flesh in the little area under there. Sorry if I couldn't show. So if it's not showing, so spread this paint around, including the area I cut into, and also again the squishy flesh. Oops. Okay, so just doing that real quick. Now the top side of the sloth is done painting. Whoops. And now, whoa, time to paint the bottom. I actually, off camera, I put on a kind of thick layer so I can get away with a single coat. I'm always too lazy to paint 2 coats. Now that we've got a solid brown all the way around, it's time to start painting the details. So I've painted a warmer, more friendly white for the what do you call it? Face details. So yeah. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab out a toothpick, and I have this darker brown color, and then I'm just gonna paint on the little limbs, Here are the little limbs drawn on, and I will work on the fingers later. Now time to set this out to dry. So, once we got the tan muzzle thing, I'm gonna turn my attention to the bottom, and hold on just a second. I'm gonna use the other side of the toothpick and start painting on those nails. So I will, the nails. So I did remove those nails, so I'll just paint them with the, what do you call this color again? Warmer, more friendly white color. So here are the nails. They may not look like nails, but I'll fix it later. And so for the face, I'm using a paintbrush. And now time to paint on the Sloth signature eye mask thing. So I sketched out the mask, and now time to paint on the mask. So when I saw the shape of this, I thought that kind of looked like a sloth, so I decided to go with it. So now I'm done with the sloth eye mask, and time to go back to the toothpick and start painting on the nose. So I made the sloth homemade. Shoot. So back at it again with working on the sloth's nose. Wait, did this paint dry fast or something? I don't know. But I'm gonna clean it. I'm just gonna clean it up or something. Oh my gosh. And I also did outline the nails and also painted the nose. Now I'm gonna paint on the eyes with I touched it black. So I'm just gonna make an expression. So it kind of does look like a sloth now. So I'm gonna paint on some eyebrows. I think sloths look cute when they have eyebrows, and besides, I think the sloths in the wild, they may have eyebrows. Well, all mammals have eyebrows because eyebrows, they're made with hair. So that's the point. So oh my gosh. So I will add the mouth. So I'm actually just gonna add the second coat to the white donut. So I decided to paint on the entire thing white because the colors I'm gonna be painting on are gonna be lighter than the ones on the original donuts. So yeah. So this is the sloth, and it looks excited now. I put on some teeth. So I have some green paint, and the reason why I'm gonna paint green on the back is because that he has algae growing on its back. You know, do you know that all sloths have green algae growing on their back? I don't know why. I'm just gonna put a separate group of algae here and there. I'm just gonna kind of like make some texture, you know, and then hold on one second. I'm gonna use the sloth color to sort of blend it out with the green, because to me it looks kind of even and looks just like a green blob floating on a sloth body. So I kind of want to make it look like algae, and I'm just gonna try to do some techniques here and there. What do I mean by techniques? I don't know. I don't really know what that word means, but you know. So I'm just gonna try putting on some of the sloth color and try to blend it out like I already said. And it looks good now, I guess. It's kind of mixing with that green color, and it's now getting darker. So I feel about the matte paint. Well, this is the matte paint. I'm using the matte paint. It's kind of dark. So here it is, and now time to now back to the donut. The base coat is finished. So now onto the color. So I actually kind of like this shape. I guess. So I guess there isn't really a pool float squishy. I think that's unique, or maybe that is. Maybe. I think there's a lifeguard float stress ball. I think that's all. But one of the paint hairs got stuck. So when I saw the donut, I was like, oh, that shape is kind of like a pool float. So so for the color, I said it. So now I'm going for light red with this, because this is a strawberry themed pool float. Now time to paint the front of the donut, and it's the same process all over again. So again, the reason why I had to paint on a base coat is because that this color that I'm using right now is lighter than the original Squishy's colors, and I kind of want to get away with just a single coat. So, and I'm too lazy to build up a million layers, and I'm like, what? I can't wait a million days That's literally more than a year. And then that just helps. Now once we've got a solid light red, you know what, let's just call it pink. Once we've got a solid pink all the way around, it's time to paint on the leaf green. So again, my original plan was to, oh no, I actually fixed it. So I'm just gonna go around the outline. So now the leaf is done. And before I go to the seeds, I'm going to paint on I'm gonna touch up and clean up the edges that are just like messy and all that. And also I made a little smudge, so I'm just gonna clean that up real quick. Final detail is to paint some white seeds. Oh my gosh. Paint some white seeds on the little strawberry pool float so that we can get some more details. Here are the finished results. I really love them a lot. This one is so cute. This one is also really cute. Also, I'm sorry. So I really love the face, even though it may look a little chunky and weird. And I really like the arms, although it's kind of like that. And the sides are kind of uneven. And I really love the algae and everything. I just love this one. And the donut, I like it. I like the pink. I like the green stem and how it looks like leafy, so much leaves. And this one is so slow rising. Look at that. So slow rising. It's so squishy. It's gonna take forever to rise, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Sprightly Kid, and goodbye. See you later.